So this video is definitely one that a lot of you guys have asked for and one that I have been looking forward to for quite a while. Number one, because I'm going to have a good time making it, and number two, it is going to improve the drivability of my 1988 LS swapped Honda Accord. So I got to do a couple things to prep it in order to bring it to the dyno. That's what we're doing today. We're bringing my 1988 LS swapped V8 Honda Accord to the dyno to get tuned. It's going to be a good one. I'm going to have a good time. Cannot wait to see what it's going to make.
And now, you're watching the cost me at least $2,000, five grand, cost me $3,000 channel of YouTube. Welcome to Bodie Vision.
Hey, so what is up and welcome, and thank you so much for joining me yet again on another video. So with this car, I did a whole bunch of prep on it yesterday. Fresh oil, fresh plugs, full tank of fuel. I wanted to make sure it was ready to go for the dyno, so that way it would be as ready as possible for my tuner. Now, one thing that we discussed and one thing that he mentioned is we're going to have to be strapping the back down when it's being dynoed, obviously, but my fender flares, they rub when the car goes over bumps and whatnot, so I don't want the fender flares to just be getting cooked on the dyno. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull them off now. That way when I get there I don't have to deal with it. We can just pull it right on the dyno and have everything ready to go. And this is the reason why I don't really like to use pop rivets, because if we want to pull these off, we can just pull them off real quick, simple and easy. It looks real ugly like this right now, but you gotta pay to play, right? So we got the flares off. Let's go ahead and make our way. We're set up right here. Everything's gonna be good to go. I'm not going to be bringing them with me just because I don't want more moving pieces. So we are set up, ready to go to start to make our way over to Sanford. The dyno's in Sanford, if you're familiar with the area. Sanford, Florida. Let's go. Come on. You gotta go inside, Lola. You ready? Come on. All right, so we got about a 20-minute ride. I expect it to be nice and easy, nothing too crazy. I'm just gonna kind of cruise out with the car. Now, I haven't even drove the car really that much since it's been done. It's just kind of been sitting, and I'll take it to a Cars and Coffee and whatnot. But for the most part, the main reason why I want to get it tuned is because I just want it to behave a little bit better around town. A lot of times, like right now, I'm having to left foot brake because the car will die if you let it. You know, I'm having to feather the gas pedal. As I'm driving, and left foot brake, left foot clutch. So like I said, I just want it to behave a little better, and also I'm sure it can't hurt it to clean it up a little bit. So on our way over to Sanford, like I mentioned, I'll be there in about 10 minutes or 1 second. I'll see you there. All right, so we're pulling up right now. Easy ride, everything went good. The last time this dude actually tuned my Integra as well, but that was over in Kissimmee, so he got a new shop. What happens. I see EK Hatch over there warming up. Well, not warming up, but something's going on with it. All right, let's see how this goes. It's telling me to back it in, back it in. I can do that. All right, I guess I'm gonna just leave it right here until I see him. But here we are. We're at the shop. He's got a lot of stuff going on, man, as you can tell. I don't know what all I should and shouldn't show, but a lot of Honda stuff over here. This is my type of people. But he said he tunes LS's. I know he knows what he's doing because he did such a good job with my Integra. So the Accord is right here, ready to go. I'm gonna have him or somebody direct me, obviously, onto the lift, so that way we can get put up on the dyno. Real cool stuff here, man. I'm excited. I don't know how many LS's he tunes, but he told me he can do it, and I know he does a good job. So let's see how this goes. Put in the comment section down below, guess the number. I know it's not gonna be crazy. Keep in mind, I'm not going for a crazy high number. The main reason why I built this car was to do something that I hadn't seen done before.
That's different.
Yeah. That's crazy. Fourth gear, we got 369. They think we're gonna get a little closer to 400, but I'm already happy with whatever we get. I just want it to run good, and at 369, that's a good number.
What did it make on that hit?
369.
Not bad.
Yeah. In my head, I was thinking probably closer to 350 is what it do, but I have no basis. Either we probably get it closer to 400, but whenever you're happy with how clean it is, I'm good.
Yeah, it was actually honestly pretty good there. 12.7, 12.8 AFR. Closed loop added about 5%, so I gotta tweak the fueling a little bit.
Okay.
But it was pretty solid on, so I'm not gonna rev it any higher than that, which right now I'm going 67, 6800. That's probably plenty for now. Besides that, everything's looking fine. Cool. I got no real complaints.
Temp is staying
fine. Right now it's at 214, obviously because the car's off heat soaking, but during that pull it was like 202, 204. Cool. So we're Gucci.
Oh yeah. For the most part, I'm not chasing a number. I'm chasing drivability, reliability, and I want it to behave correctly. So we might do another hit. We're gonna let it cool down here. It's sitting at 207 or so, he said, and we're looking pretty good. Alright, so that last hit was super clean, and at 380, 381 or so, we're happy with that. We're gonna do one more hit. It's either gonna go up a little bit or stay where it was. I mean, like I said many a times, my main focus has been for it to be nice and clean, and I think we've already achieved that. So I'm super excited to drive this car home, honestly. Let's see what this hit does. Alright, so the final numbers were 370 torque, 380 wheel. Super happy with this, like I've been mentioning 100 times. As long as it runs clean and nice, I'm gonna be happy with it. So Carlos, you have any closing thoughts, man? I really appreciate it so much, man. I think you did a great job.
Thank you, man. It's definitely been fun seeing the progression of this very unique build that you decided to tackle on. It did great. Base map obviously got it running for you, but still needed some tweaks. So we just got right to it, you know, put a real good calibration in it, made great power, turns on every time now, no issues. So it should be really fun to drive now, not just speed on it, but actually cruise around, just drive around, get in it, go anywhere, you know what I mean? It should be able to take them anywhere. So
right, my biggest problem was as I was coming up to a red light, or if somebody pulled in front of me in traffic and whatnot,
you'd be paranoid it was going to stall or do something
left
stupid.
Foot brake it, it would stall, and I'd throw it back in gear, and it just wasn't behaving as well as I would expect a car that you want to drive should behave. It wasn't behaving very well. So that's all cleaned up now. I mean, we started it, stopped it a whole bunch of times. I'm confident.
So hopefully now, you know, now that you'll gain it'll gain your trust back. Hopefully now you'll actually be able to enjoy it and not worry about those things anymore, and just actually, you know, enjoy the fruits of your labor and what you built.
Right.
I really like it. I've always loved like the Integra, the Pepto Integra. That was an amazing build with the lever suspension in the back. So
yeah, thank you, man.
I'm curious to see what's next for this thing.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe a turbo, maybe nitrous, or just drive it.
Either or, I'd be down to definitely be involved with that. So I'm excited to see what you do next and see how you enjoy it and see what more content you put out with this thing.
Cool, man. Well, I appreciate it very much, Carlos.
As always, the first time we chatted up and it was 2019,
yeah.
So now we're in 2023 and we're doing it again. So
if anybody in the Central Florida area or anybody, you do remote tuning as well, or just
remote tuning as well? I've done all over the U.S., South America, Canada, Euro. So anywhere really doesn't matter. The platform. There's a way for us to get into it. We'll get into it. Carlos Tuning, Carlos __ tuning on Instagram, or the Car Clinic FL on Instagram, Facebook, anywhere. Basically, it's the same. We're located in Sanford, Florida. Come check us out. We'll definitely be glad to help you guys out.
Cool. Thanks again, man. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, man, for sure.
All right, so this is gonna be the big test. Man, Carlos does such a great job that I'm confident it's gonna be good. And even right now, before, if I was cruising in first gear at low RPM, it would be boom, boom, bucking me all around. So I think we're pretty good, man. Money well spent. You guys find a good tuner that you like, it's worth every single penny. Brake, it's gonna take some time to get used to not having to do that. Dude, exponentially better. For sure. So much cleaner. So glad we finally did this. I was debating whether it was important to put the car on the dyno, but dude, it was definitely worth it. Alright, we got a bridge over here. Let's see what it do. Let's see what it does. I'm gonna keep it in third. Right here under the bridge. Not a big bridge, but it wasn't too crazy, but you know how it goes. Damn, dude. What a successful way to end the day, driving it home with it nice, crisp, and clean, no issues whatsoever. Now, I know YouTube culture and a lot of the YouTubers and how those guys are, and what most people want to see is just people absolutely abusing and destroying their car, just lighting up the tires, bringing it to red line, banging gears. I struggle with that in a way because I actually want to, I don't want to say take care of my stuff, because that's implying that when you're doing that stuff, you're not taking care of your stuff. When it's your stuff, you can do whatever you want. But when it's mine, I like to baby it a little bit. Even if I built it to thrash, I like to baby it a little bit. So I'll maybe go a little bit more hard a different time, but just seeing it rip on the dyno, how exciting, man. So it drove great, performed great on the dyno. Let's get these fender flares thrown back on. I just want to address that right away because I got a lot of other stuff going on that I have to get done. So we got the fender flares back on. The car is running good, and I could not be more happy with the Accord of where it sits right now. I'm going to want to bring it out a lot more often because it just drives so much better than it did before, and making 380 horsepower. That's a good number. I'm happy with that. So in the next video, we are going to get back to work on the Boosted Boys EK hatch. We got to get that thing dialed and got to get that thing finished now that the Accord's out of the way. All of our attention is going to go back over there, and I really just took one day here to get the Accord dialed and the dyno and everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video, comment, subscribe, do all the stuff. You know what it is, YouTube. Check out the links down below. I'm out.